Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Life Issue. Thank you so much for coming to my channel this evening for us to talk about what happened during the qualifying match that happened between England and the Super Falcons today. All right, this news is all over. People are talking about it. And I've taken some time to look at all the clips and I've read all the comments and what people are actually saying about this and people's opinion about what happened. And I'm going to just try to think about the thought process and how people feel or how the different parties feel about what happened. Now, if you've watched that video, maybe you haven't, I'm going to play the clip again so that you can actually watch the video before we start talking, because it's very important that before you even talk about this conversation that you actually have seen the clip to understand what actually happened and draw your own conclusion. Now, people might say that Julie James is very young, or that she's just a new player, but is she? I'm going to go through who Lauren is, her football profession, and who she really is, so that you can make an informed decision about her and what she did. So first of all, before we even start, let me play the video of what actually happened so that you can make your own informed decision about what she did. Watch this. I'm going to say it. I'm going to play it again. She stood up. She stood up. She actually stood up, held her. She was touching her. Her feet were on the floor, and then she stamped her. Watch again. Can you see? So she actually stood up, and then her feet were on the floor, and then she stamped her. Stood up. Can you see her standing up? She was standing up. Her 2 feet were on the ground. So it is, and she knew that Michelle was on the floor. She was holding on to her when she stood up. As you can see, she stood up, holding on to her. I don't know how hard she was pressing, but she was holding on to her. Then she stood up and then she stamped her. So see. So I don't know whoever thinks this is, is a mistake or it wasn't intentional. It is clear from that clip that she knew what she was doing. She intentionally stamped on her, on Michelle. Now, whether we like it or not, Lauren James might be England national treasure. Maybe they value her, they love her, they appreciate her. Nigerians have their own. Michelle Alozie happens to be our own. So you guys can fight and talk about things based on your own perspective. But we do have a right, Nigerians do have a right to be angry, to actually ask themselves a question: what happened here? And if people feel that it was racially motivated, give them a slack. Allow them to be angry and question what actually was in her mind. Why would she do that? Knowing that this person was already on the floor, was not attacking her, why would she intentionally stamp on her? And it worries more. It worries more when we know that she's actually not white. She's an African, blood in her. Her dad is black. So I don't know if people out there understand that most times some people who are born outside Africa, who did not grow up in Africa, especially if they have mixed blood, who are mixed race, there's always some racial undertone to some of their behavior. So if you have passed through such, biased or unconscious biased people, you will question her motive. Why would she do this? Why would Lauren do this? Why would she intentionally stamp on Alozie? It baffles everybody. And the funny thing about this is the British media. And most times I keep talking about the British media and the fact that they can support rubbish. They know how to support their own. They know how to paint something so good and try to tick. It even make you feel as if, like, maybe you guys are crazy. Maybe what you guys saw is not actually what happened. And then they start telling us how, oh, she's a very kind person. Oh, the point is, people have the right to question her motive. Why did she do what she did? What was her motive? Lauren is not just a young player. She started playing when she was 3. She's passed through academy. And if you know how academy works in England, these people are actually training you. So if she started playing when she was 3, her dad happens to be a coach, a football coach, of course she knows the rules of the game. So I don't know, to be frank with you, I don't know if what she did was racially motivated, if it was racist, I don't know. But I will not stand here and be told that she did not know what she was doing and it was not intentional and she did not think about what she was doing when she did it. Maybe she thought she would get away with it, but the point is that everybody should be condemning her, not trying to tell us that it was a stupid what stupid decision? You call this stupid decision? You actually match someone using a stud. What if you have broken her spinal cord? I, you know, I don't know. Sometimes when I read some of the British media and the way they try to sway opinion, change narrative, I am appalled. Imagine this has happened to an England player. Hey, by now, yeah, they will be calling for the person's head. And she's I've tried to look for where she has apologized, Lauren James. I've looked around all social media looking for apology, maybe for her to come on in a video or something, to how they normally do it. If they commit something or do something, they'll come on, do a maybe a public announcement, a conference, just to apologize. She hasn't done anything like that. What she has done is to restrict comments on her Instagram account. And actually, she was crying and heartbroken because she's not going to be playing in the next match. Not because of what she did. I'm reading what the Mirror wrote, that she was heartbroken because of the red card and that she's going to miss the next match. And I'm like, seriously, you're not even apologizing for what you did to that poor girl. For that singular act, it could have hurt her. You're not even apologizing. You're apologizing because you're going to be missing. She was apologizing to her teammates. There is no apology out there yet. If you've seen it, please send it to me. I've not seen it. I've searched. I didn't see any apology to Michelle Alozie, none at all. And then people are saying we should not drag her. Who is she that we shouldn't drag? We drag everybody. We can drag and drag and drag and drag. And we have the right to drag. Michelle Alozie is our own golden girl. She is your golden girl. Michelle is our golden girl. You cannot touch our own golden girl and you say we will not drag her. We will drag her. And the word that they use, they say she's inexperienced. She lost her emotion. She doesn't want to hurt. And seriously, she's a sweet. Oh my God. When it's those patronizing words that gets me upset. When you are in a place you're working, when you do something, they tell you how aggressive you are, how you are this, how you are that. But when it's done by them, oh, she's so sweet. She didn't mean it. She didn't mean it the way you sound. It's like as if you're crazy. It's as if like, you're like, oh my God, she can get away with blue murder. because she's an England player. But what if this had been done by an African to your player? Will you call the person sweet? Oh, she's just inexperienced. Come on. And this is what we keep getting, the BS we keep getting every time. The way they paint things, the way they want to make things that are, that they do sound so nice and so good and so innocent, and tell us that it was just a mistake, it wasn't intentional. Come on. She knew what she was doing. She intentionally did it. She was frustrated. She was angry, and she did what she did, and she knew what she was doing. The only thing is that she thought she would get away with it. Let's call a spade a spade. She thought she would get away with it, but she didn't. And let's stop all this BS, all this trying to support something that you know is wrong. Why would you not call her out? Why would you not say the way it is? Why give us excuses for what she has done? And this is happening almost every time. A black person does it. Oh, that's how they are. How aggressive they are. Oh, of course, people say she's black. But all I'm talking about who she's representing. And anyway, do they even agree they are black when they're half caste? That's another question. That's another story or another topic for another day. Seriously, is another topic for another day. But mine is the way the British newspaper are trying to make us, they call her their golden, their golden girl, how she's so kind, how, she didn't mean it. Come on, come on. Who is she? I don't know who is this Tom Gary is. That guy, he's the worst of them all. She made a huge mistake. This is not a mistake. She intentionally did what she did, Gary. That she knew what she was doing. She made a giant contribution to, seriously. So because she's making a giant contribution to England football across her career, so that means she's experienced. You guys speak, sometimes people speak with two mouths. You're saying something else, that she's inexperienced. Now you're saying that she has made a giant contribution. Which one is she? Is she inexperienced, or is she a professional? Jeez. And the person that actually got me so upset was this Laura Woods. I don't know if you guys saw her giving excuses and saying she's human. She's human. No, she's not human. She's a beast. She knew what she was doing. She wanted to hurt this girl. Call her out. Call her out the way you call other people out. Call her out the way you could have called someone else who is not an England player who did this to your player. By now, all the British newspaper will be gunning for the person's head. But no, you're not doing that. You have to know she's human. Then the Nigerians, all we should do is just, oh yeah, she's human. No, let the Nigerians be angry. Let them be angry. Let them say what they have to say. Stop saying, she's a huge passion. Is that patronizing comment that they make that gets me so upset? That patronize. Please, where are the attack on her? Where are those anger? If it had been another player, this is what we would have seen. But now they're trying to make us feel as if, who is even, look, Lauren. Lauren actually joined Chelsea Youth Academy when she was 6. She has played in the U10, U14. Look, I know about the U10, U14. These are children who are being trained. They are being developed. They know all the rules. See, my 10-year-old who is in U10 cannot, even when he saw it, was like, oh my God, he was shouting. The rules are made known right from when you are even in U7. You know the rules. You can't do what you did. So she knew what she was doing. She intentionally did what she did. This is someone that have played a lot of game for Chelsea. When I was looking at her match record, oh my days, Laura has played close to 69 games. So she knew what she was doing. And stop saying that she lost her emotion. For a professional footballer to lose her emotion this way, oh, she needs to be trained again. You see, my anger is with the British newspaper. Media. Yeah, the media. And the way they paint things when it suits them. When it suits them, the way they paint it, the way they try to make the other people just forgive. And she's so kind, she can't hurt a fly. Oh, she didn't mean it. Oh, come on. Thank God, and I keep thanking God for social media. I wonder how this world was operated without the social media. Is the garbage that they give us, that is the garbage that we take. But thank God for Twitter and Facebook and all the social media. We can question the garbage that they give us. And we can actually analyze the news by ourselves. And we can call their BFs that it is BFs as a bluff. Seriously, what Lauren did was wrong. She needs to be called out for what she did. And we need to stop sugarcoating this. Because I heard that most celebrities and footballers, they are running around her, listen. You guys are not helping her. You're not helping her career. If she gets away with this and you guys, oh, it's okay, then the next time she'll do worse. You need to be telling her what she did was wrong. She needs to actually get the penalty, because I know what the British media are trying to do is say, oh, she should just be banned only for one game. How can she be banned for one? I'm so angry with Michelle. Michelle actually in her press conference said that she's okay. Oh my God. Who advised her to say she was okay? If I could have said I've hurt myself, she could have gone. She needs to sue this girl and sue the England football academy or whatever she needs to do. Why would she say she's okay? I don't know who advised her to say that. You need to be taught a lesson. Your golden girl cannot do any wrong. She didn't know what she was doing. She is a kind, sweet person. This attitude that we always gets me pissed off. When people are treated differently, when something happens and is a black person, I'm talking about black person, the person will get all the attack, all the bad languages from the British media. But when it has to do with them, their national interest, they now try to make you feel as if, oh, you didn't see it right. Maybe the person was just being nice. And oh my God. Anyway, that's my take on this story. I don't know what you guys think about it. Drop your comments. I want to hear what you have to say about this story. For me personally, yeah, I think at the end of the day, so Falcons are actually the highlight of this game. And Michelle, Alozie, go girl, you took the game. You actually took this game, okay? Well done, girls, for what you have done. We will celebrate as when you guys come home. At the end of the day, you guys have done very well. That's my take on this. So I don't want you guys to think, just drop your comment. I want to hear your opinion. Enough of this. She's a sweet girl. She can't hurt a fly. Oh my God. Yeah. Thank you. We can. They can't. Thank you. Bye bye.